this video, at first I just wanted to make a silly little video, because, you know, who doesn't love being silly? But, as the end of the semester is upon us, end of the school year, I figured, maybe something a little more somber and meaningful. What I have here is a flint knapping kit. This is a traditional kit using antler billets to basically beat rock into the shape of arrows. And this is my traditional craft. I'm not very good at it yet, but we're getting there. And I mean, really what I wanted to do is address why is traditional craft important to me, because I've been talking a lot about it in my essay in a general sense, but it doesn't really connect to me personally, you know? So this is something that I do, and you look for it and you take it and you pretty much beat chunks off of it, like so. And you try and make an arrowhead. So here, I got a nice flake. And you try and shape it. And first of all, the first thought that came to mind of, well, why do I like doing this, is because I'm a nerd. Archaeology is my major. We study stuff like this. I'm just a fucking nerd. But then I started really thinking about it, well, no, why do I like this stuff, other than the fact that I'm a nerd? And there's a couple of things that really popped up for me in actually reflecting on this. And I think a big part of it is that it ties me to the past, right? Like I said, archaeology major. We kind of love the past. Big part of our jobs. So that is a very big component for me. And my fire is dying. But that doesn't matter. There we go. And so tying myself to the past is very important, and I think there is scant of better method than actively engaging in crafts that would have been necessary for survival that people would have done in the past. And this can be thousands of years ago, like flint knapping. This can be, I mean, hell, people in your lifetime. Like my grandma quilts. I know I talked a little bit about quilting in the essay. I have one of her quilts that I will show right now.
Let me in your world, you know. The spiders looking away, you know, boy, that's why. Wanna be your lady, love my legs, you are, you know what I would if I could, if I could.
I mean, really just a lot of different ways. And another big thing that kind of ties it to today is that it's handy, it's practical, it's doing stuff with your hands. I mean, I cannot tell you the sense of accomplishment when I get something that actually turns out all right. There's a lot of trial and error with this, a lot of patience, and a lot of broken and shattered rock at the end of the day. But I mean, there's a big feeling of accomplishment when you get the shape that you were going for. And lastly, for me, it ties me to place. Right, place is hugely important for me. I mean, I'm out here right now at my house in the backyard, fire going, Appalachian Mountains. The full moon is rising, so if you hear something in the video, that's probably just the skinwalkers. But no, place is super important. And I never really felt like I had much of a connection to the place until I came to the Appalachian Mountains and started, you know, really doing work for my major. And I mean, this is a way for me personally to directly connect with the place. You're taking rocks for me, but for craft in general, you're sourcing raw materials from the environment. You're, you know, walking around, getting to know the place that you're working in, and ultimately you create something, usually with the traditions that come from that place, although not for me right now. But, you know, stuff like quilting styles, things like, I mean, just all that stuff, really. and you tie yourself to the place, and the product that you make eventually is tied to that place as well. And so I think those three components are the most important things for me in practicing traditional craft. And I'm sure not everyone feels that way, right? Maybe there's just some people who think, "Oh hell, this stuff's real cool. Making my own soap? Fuck yeah, that's cool as hell." And they just do that. But I think for most people, at least in a limited sense, for some a lot more, they tie themselves to the past and to a specific place time. And that for me is very important. That's why I do it. Aside from being a fucking nerd. Thank you very much.